I have a boxing question. Do you actually watch tape of fighters, or do you leave that up to your coaches to watch tape, or how do you
opponents?
Your opponents. Yeah. How do you approach that strategically when you're going for a fight? Do you actually watch tape of the opponent, or do you let the coach do it and y'all come up with a game plan like Verge, or how do you do? Or did you used to do that back in the past, or how does that work?
I think for me, it's probably evolved over the years. Like I honestly don't watch as much boxing as I used to, like current boxing. I have a lot of guys, like I love, the local guys, the guys that, are from the Bay Area, or certain guys that I know, that I talk to on the phone or support. I definitely tune in for that, but I don't just watch boxing like I used to. But in terms of my opponents, it's funny. I think it just comes with experience. Like I can watch them one time and watch 2 or 3 rounds, and I know what I'm dealing with.
Okay. And
typically I'll watch a few rounds, probably the best fight they've had, best performance. I take that fight, and then I won't watch a lot of tape, but I still have it in my head. I know what I looked at, and then probably a week or 2 before the fight, I go back over it again. But Verge, he watches it all. He's 2, 3 in the morning. He's watching. He's calling me about all kind of stuff. Yeah, hey man, I'm like, man, I'm trying to rest today. It's my rest day, man. I'm trying to get boxing off my mind. I know, but man, when this guy dips down, you gotta. So he stays on it. Okay. He loves it. That's who he is. But it's funny, as I've gotten older, like I watch enough to see what I need to see, but I also try to leave room for my instinct. Because for me, when I overthink, I don't perform as well as I should. I kind of see what I need to see. Okay, boom, and it's like, okay, you gotta figure this out on the fly. And that's when I tend to shine a little bit better. So.
Now, I talked to someone you've known since childhood, Nonito Donaire. I asked him about Andre Ward versus Kovalev if that fight comes off, and he says you have the ability to take your opponent's best weapon away. So from the mind of a fighter, what are you thinking in there? Because I've seen that in several fights. Edwin Rodriguez, as the fight progresses, you start stripping them away of what they do well.
I think that skill got developed as a kid. I mean, this ring right here, in the first gym I trained at in Hayward, like, Verge was a really, really good coach, and he's probably the last of the dying breed of the great teachers, and I've said that before. He's not just a coach, he's a teacher. So, I've been in here with pros, 14 years old, seasoned veterans, hitting me on my hip, trying to discourage me, trying to bully me. And I would go back to the corner and say, man, he hit me on my hip. Man, he's pushing my head down. And he would calmly say, well, make him stop. In other words, figure it out. And having those sessions in here year after year after year, where I had to get my respect in here first before I ever got into the spotlight. I had to learn how to adjust in here first before I ever got a chance to adjust in a big fight. So it started here, and I think it just carried over. And even today, we bring in top flight sparring. Sparring is different than a fight, but we bring in top flight sparring to make sure my senses are on point, making sure that every day I got to be there. Got young guys, I got veterans that come in and try to prove something that keeps you on your game. And me, I don't like to lose a second of a round. So even on days when I may come in the gym tired, I'm trying to figure it out mentally. And it may not be my best day offensively, but what can I do to offset him? Okay, this dude loves the right hand. How can I take that away from him but exploit his weakness? That's constantly on my mind. It's taking away their strengths and exploiting their weaknesses, and I think it just shows, when the lights come on.
How does it feel being back here in King's Gym, especially where you're at now? It's like home.
Man, it's funny, man. It's like, it's twofold. Like, part of me is like, I want to stop and like kind of take it in and say, man, like, and go down memory lane and remember, all the times I walked in the gym and all of the, the battles I've had in here and the good days and the bad days. But then there's another part of me that just, I don't like looking back too soon. Like, I got to stay in the moment, so to speak. And but overall, man, it's kind of surreal. It's kind of surreal to be back here at this level. It's surreal to be fighting at Oracle, an arena that I've driven past for years, going down 880, wishing that I could fight there, much less headline. It's surreal, and I'm blessed. It's not a lot of people get that opportunity. I know a lot of great fighters that didn't get the opportunity for one reason or another, and to have that opportunity, man, I don't take it lightly.
How is it having, like, not to get off the subject, but having like other elite fighters in the gym, like Amir Khan, Andre Berto, you got Levon, Hirsch, all those guys coming in the gym, and the camaraderie of having that in the gym, and you being the leader of all of them. And I know they all, when they sparring in front of you, they want to step their game up because you watching and you're telling them things like, hey bro, you need to focus or then that makes them take another notch. How was that?
I mean, it's a beautiful thing from both sides, really. Like a fighter on any level. When I see fighters in the gym, like you're probably always a little fatigued and tired in camp, whether it's mentally, physically. You rarely come in the gym feeling amazing, unless you had an off day or something. So it's days I come in and I see y'all in the gym, I see other guys in the gym, and it lifts me up. Y'all may not be able to tell, but it lifts me up because, we got a brotherhood and we have it's a brotherhood basically. And everybody's not trained by the same person and everything like that. And we don't always see each other from day to day, but it's a mutual respect because I know and no matter what level you're at the moment, we know what it takes to get in there. Yes. We know what it takes to prepare for a fight, whether it's a 4-rounder or a 12-rounder. So I'm feeding off of y'all, I'm feeding off of them, they're feeding off of me, and that's what gyms used to be about. That's what gyms used to be about. You look at even Oakland, like you used to have Pittman's boxing gym, they used to have King's boxing gym.
Where exactly is Pittman's? I'm from Ohio.
Well, Pittman's used to be, I think, downtown Oakland. You gotta throw that in there, man. We had to add all that. LeBron James championship we won this year.
My bad. But, where was Pittman's?
Pittman's, I think, was downtown Oakland. I mean, it was before my time, so this is just stories that I've heard. But like Pittman's was the main gym, main focal point in Oakland. Then you had Kings, and they battled. They come in the gym talking smack. Hey man, I'm getting that work today. I'm about to get with you, man. Get your stuff. My stuff in the car. Like that's what it was. And when I got that around me, after being in this sport for 20-some years, it takes me back to when I was a kid, and I had to prove myself every single day. It's needed. It's part of the game, man, and I love it, especially when I'm in training camp. Because we do the same thing every day. Yeah. It can get mundane, So to see new faces and see dudes that understand what you're going through. I mean, I love when dudes look at me like, it's almost fight time, huh? I can see it in your eyes. Yeah. Man, I see you ready. Sharp, like, I love hearing stuff like that because they get it.